shot. This one needs a line shot because they're not allowed to hit the ball until the ball actually lands. So to me, it looked like he was just like placing it because if he popped up, you have to wait for the ball to land before they could pitch again.
I think he was just a beast trying to hit every ball out of the ball.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't. First, you lost me there. Now I got it. He's like speed. You went next. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it was those shots. They were hitting the ball.
Very interesting
very
observation,
fast.
Robbie.
But I did pick him to win it, but the other side of the bracket was completely way off. Way off. Did you guys make a bracket?
Yeah, I had a perfect.
That was perfect.
Really? There was like the whole like an NCAA Final Four kind of like
Yeah, pretty
something you
much.
could do,
Pretty much.
make a buck on it.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you get.
it was.
Wow,
it was
that
good
is
money.
awesome.
It was
You
for
get
2 World Series
tickets. Yeah.
That's pretty freaking cool,
Lost
man.
the
Wow,
tiebreaker.
that's just everything.
That's all you
Gamble on
won?
everything.
I'm kidding.
So
I had Stanton and Carlos Gonzalez in the finals, but clearly Carlos Gonzalez only shows that he can hit home runs with thin air.
So who?
Denver.
Like you didn't go with Frazier? You didn't think like?
I had Carlos Gonzalez facing Frazier.
Uh-huh.
I just figured that Frazier was gonna like struggle or something because his bat's been kind of off this year. In regular season, Cargo's been hitting the ball very good. So
It's funny. For a second, I was like, "Wait, is that right?" Down goes Frazier. I was thinking he don't look with that name. It's not baseball. He should be a boxer.
I said the same thing, but then Robbie kept going, so I figured you were right.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Sometimes you're just like, "Wait a minute, that's not right." Frazier. But the Reds should have never traded him, man. I don't know why they did that.
well, they're trying to get younger.
Yeah, they and what are they? They're bigger losers than they were before. They stink on ice.
Yeah, until like 3 years from now, what they do is they trade all their big names, get the prospects, let them prosper down in like the AAA, AA, and then they all bring them up like all at once.
You think that
That's-
works? I mean, when's
Yeah, look at the Cubs. Look at the Cubs, man.
You know what? The Cubs were really bad. The
Yeah.
Reds used to beat their ass, and now they are good.
Yeah,
I'll
they're
say
one of the
that.
best teams in the league.
One of
The
the
Cubs.
best.
So that's what the Cubs did. They cashed in their chips. But what stars did the Cubs have then? They got rid of, and now that they're because, I mean, look at Cueto, Frazier, Chapman.
They got rid of Soriano to the Yankees. They got rid, who was part of one of their big salaries. I think they got rid of Zambrano at the time. Once
I don't remember any stars in the
what's
Cubs,
their
though. That's my
GM's
point.
name?
I mean,
They had
Theo
Giovanni.
Epstein.
Yeah, Theo
Once Theo Epstein came in,
yeah.
he
See, that's
cleared
the
house.
difference
And
right there.
See, don't let
helped
Storytime
Boston
Bob hear
end their
that.
drought.
Don't let Storytime.
Oh
Bob
yeah,
hear
that's
you make
right.
fun
He's a
of the
big
Cubs.
Cubs fan. I
Yes.
remember him trying to stick it to me. I told him to mind his own goddamn business.
You reading that book, Travis?
Yeah, I was a little confused.
Travis? Squirting?
Like what? With squirt guns? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Vagina.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's squirt guns.
Yeah, my kids were all over the neighborhood last night doing that squirt gun. Tried
It's
to ring,
about fucking time.
yeah, I had to ring a cowbell to get them to come home.
Go outside for a fucking change.
That's what Pokemon's doing.
Rob, that's not going outside. I'm sorry. That's not going outside. You know what? I watched a bunch of retards doing it yesterday, by the way, just to go off course.
Just a quick update for the British Open. Hendrik Stenson's now in the lead after birdieing the hole. He's now
he's like,
13 under.
You were
Phil
getting on a
Mickelson's
roll
second.
with some good ignorant stuff, and he's going back to Stenson or Svensson. Or
It's a sports show.
that's right. I did forgot.
Just saying.
Okay, back to tennis. Sorry.
So, did you watch the All-Star game, Brian?
You know, I got to tell you, I'm glad you asked me that. Thank you for asking, by the way. It's just so boring, man. I watch it, and then I look to see if a red gets up, and then it's just like, it's just so boring, man.
Baseball's boring, dude.
Then I swear to God, I just said, you know what? I'm going to start flossing again, and I turned it off. Started flossing. my
Baseball's
teeth.
boring. I'm sorry to break it to you.
It's boring, man. Even the All-Star game. I mean, I
Travis is
just,
shaking his head. No.
I don't. I used to love it as a kid. When I was younger, the
He's a
All-Star game
baseball
was
player.
everything.
Do you get why he's mad?
The older I get, the more boring I think it gets.
Thank you.
That's-
I'll give you this. At
know
the
what you might
stadium, it's okay.
You know what I always said?
What?
People that said it's boring suck at it.
yeah,
I'll have you
No,
know I was a good pitcher at Peter J.
it's good, man.
It's the dead honest truth. Let me see you go up there
Look,
and hit that ball.
I want to like it. I really do. And they this whole thing of Game 7, I don't give a shit.
You know what turned me off to baseball Thursday? I was a big baseball player. I pitched. I did everything. I was actually a switch hitter, everything.
LeBron James.
No, was the strike. The strike. When they had the strike, that made me mad. I was just like, fuck that. Why do you need more money in the 80s?
Yeah.
Hey, NBA went on strike. No one hated them.
I don't like them.
It's true. Everyone did. Really.
NFL went on
Hockey.
strike too.
See, the
That's
NFL
hard to hate
will always
them.
be forgiven. Yeah.
If you hate the NFL, you got nothing.
Every sport's been on
nothing.
strike. Even hockey's been on.
Yeah, but NFL wasn't on strike for a whole season.
Have.
Couple weeks. But not baseball was a whole season, dude.
Preseason.
No, baseball was a whole fucking season.
Yeah.
Right? Remember
No,
that year?
NFL
Was it?
They
The
missed
NFL
like
was-
2 games for the preseason.
Yeah, but baseball was the whole season. Like they said fuck you to all, and that's when Reggie Jackson and all them were at their prime, dude. When baseball was exciting, when Reggie Jackson got his own candy bar.
The Reggie bar was
Remember that?
a tremendous candy bar.
Now
by
we
the
call
way.
it the Reggie
Tremendous.
bar.
Remember he'd hit home runs and they throw them all over the field. Oh, those were the days where excitement.
Yeah, you guys don't have baseball like
They
that.
don't remember. They're too young,
Dude.
man.
I love the way
Did-
baseball is now. I
You do?
love the way it is now.
That's cool that you do, and you seem to have conviction in what you say. But it sucks now. I'm telling you. Trust me. Peter and I know. Back in the Reggie
We're
days,
old,
the
that's right.
Reggie
It
bar
is.
days.
It can't suck as much as your Steelers.
Whoa! You can say the Reds, but the Steelers haven't even started playing yet. But
They have 5 rings though.
Oh, yeah,
no,
man.
6 rings.
Oh, sorry,
Sixburg.
6.
Yeah.
Sixburg.
Get
That
your
beats
facts
Patriots.
right.
That beats Patriots all day.
Yeah, but how many have they had in the last?
It doesn't matter.
16
It's a
years?
fucking stat. It's it. It's
No,
six.
Robbie is true though. What have you doing lately, business? Just like right now.
outta here.
What are we doing?
How many sticks?
What the fuck are we doing now? Come on, back to the scores.
How
or
many
something.
dicks you sucked in 1980? 2. How many you do now? 1. Does it matter? It's still 3.
In the All-Star game, though, American League did win the game, so they get home field advantage for the playoffs.
Again, right? Again. How many is every year, man?
What was it, 2 years ago National League won?
National League won 2
Okay,
years.
all right.
Yeah, when the Red
Is
Sox-
that how they determine
Like I
the
said,
series?
I'm only as
Yep.
good as
when the
what's
Red
going
Sox
on
won
lately.
2.
Since 95, the American League, I heard, won at least 12 or 13 games, and National League's won 4 games.
Here's what I don't understand. You have a fucking World Series. You have all these teams.
I know.
How do you, as a fan, buy a ticket? It's like a 50-50 lottery. So if you're a fucking LA fan, are you going to buy tickets to the World Series hoping they make it? And then if they don't, you go there and now you're rooting for teams you
Tickets
don't like.
don't go on
Yeah.
sale that fast.
Oh, they
Tickets go
don't?
on sale when the teams get released. Maybe in the division series they'll put the tickets up, and if your team doesn't make it, you get refunded.
So they're not being sold now.
I mean, you
No.
play in your home team stadium, so you're buying tickets to your home team stadium.
oh,
If they
okay.
don't make it, you get your money back.
Thank you for clearing that up. I'm like, I never understood that. Why people buy World Series tickets and it's like, oh, wait a minute, what if my team don't play?
And Super Bowl is more crazy like that because the venue's already picked and everything. They're playing at a already designated stadium. But I mean, you buy tickets to the Super Bowl. Who gives a fuck who's playing? I'm going to the Super Bowl.
Will the Super Bowl ever be played in cold?
Yeah, they played in
Yeah.
New York
They
2
played
years ago.
MetLife when Seattle won.
Come on,
against,
man. Are
Peyton
you
Manning.
kidding
They
or
did?
what, man? Where were you?
What year was that?
Wow.
It was like 2 years ago.
3 years
Were you
ago.
in a coma
3
for
years
I think I was.
man? You don't remember the game
Yeah,
at Giant Stadium?
No, I
That
don't.
life.
Yeah, it
Come
was
on.
3 years ago.
I don't remember
When
it all.
Peyton
sorry.
got his ass kicked,
I don't
and
remember.
everyone loved it.
I was on coke then.
It was Seattle versus
Okay,
Denver.
then that's there. It is, man.
Yeah, what?
Seattle versus Denver when Seattle blew out Denver.
Beat the crap out of them.
I was all fucked up.
Yeah. So, what's your thought?
Thank
on-
you, Bob. Bob says watching grass grow is more exciting than baseball. And he's 70, so he knows what he's talking about.
Does he play golf?
Yeah.
He's older than the
Does
grass
he,
at
does he
Fenway.
like golf?
Yeah, does he like golf?
No, he doesn't. He's a rock and roll star. He doesn't like anything sports related.
You gotta. Listen. He's half right because you gotta smoke a lot of.
Games
grass
are
to
way
make
too
your
long. Should
baseball
have a
be
time
interesting.
limit of 2.5 hours.
You can't
Not
put a time restriction on baseball.
No, you
It's
I
can't
mean,
do
if
fine.
you
that.
want a
You
time
can't
limit,
do
then
that.
why bother watching?
Exactly. No.
You
Oh,
should
they're
be
getting
watching
angry.
for the
Look
thrill
at
of
them.
it.
That's just stupid. That's why baseball is the best sport because every man gets his fair chance because there is no clock. You could be down 5 runs going into your last half inning and still win the game because you get your fair chance.
You
No matter
still
what,
gotta
you get
throw
your
the
3
strike.
outs.
I like a good comeback. I will say that.
You like something? No.
Yeah. So
See,
do
what
you
you
think?
guys are used to, you're used to probably seeing all the base hits and all these home runs. Maybe that's what you're used to. But the pitching's just evolved
Yeah.
dramatically. There's a lot of good pitchers that you see now than you probably seen like
Okay.
5-10 years ago.
Speaking of which,
Hey.
what do you think of Collins' decision to go with Cueto? I mean, it basically cost the National League the game. He was horrible.
Bob, you're on the
Rung
phone.
up.
Bob, you're on the line. What do you want to say to these boys about baseball? It's a joke.
You know what that reminds me? No, that was funny. That reminds me of when OJ was like, he's like, help us catch the people that committed this heinous crime. And he's like, it was you, OJ. You did it.
I think it was a mistake, though, starting Johnny Cueto, because
Okay,
last
here we
year
go.
when he got traded to the Royals, his ERA went up
Big time.
dramatically.
He was horrible at
He
first. He
couldn't
was
pitch
getting
against
ripped.
the American League.
Yep, exactly. So once again, it proves that Collins, because the Mets, let's face it, the Mets are a bunch of has-beens now. They're going nowhere.
I
The
disagree.
Mets are horrible.
I disagree with both those
Besides
statements.
Cespedes and that from under cheese
Can
guy,
you
the
let
pitcher,
him
they
talk,
stink.
motherfucker?
Oh, sorry about that.
I disagree with both those statements. To start Cueto, he's right now with Kershaw on the DL. He definitely should have been the number one star.
All
There's
right,
no doubt
okay.
about it.
That's fair.
And he definitely didn't lose the game because what did he pitch? 2 innings.
Gave up 5 runs.
Yeah.
He pitched 2 innings, gave
He
up
didn't
5
give up
runs,
five.
didn't
He
he?
did not give up 5 because the final score was what?
5 to something.
4-2.
4-2, and it was like 3-1, like the 6th.
Okay, well, it's a good thing we got these young kids here. Help me out.
And
Okay,
also the Mets.
so I'm wrong.
The Mets, they could go back to the World Series.
Come
Without a
on.
doubt.
Seriously.
Without a doubt in my mind.
Come on.
Not a doubt
Where
in
are
my
they
mind.
at? Where are they
Okay,
at?
so
No,
you
they
think
really
they're
could.
better than the Nationals? Pretty
Where are they?
confident?
About even.
Come on.
even?
Let's see where they're at.
What's helping the Nationals is Steven
Go through those
Strasburg
scores
being
again.
13
No,
and
not the
0.
scores.
13 and 0 right now.
Who? What?
Steven Strasburg and the Nationals. That's what's helping them
Pretty
out
impressive.
a lot. And they
Yeah.
got Max Scherzer, too, who leads MLB in strikeouts. Only reason he's leading the league in strikeouts.
Oh,
is 'cause
Boston's
Kershaw's
only
on
2
the
out.
You think the difference with the Nationals has been Dusty
Okay.
Baker or
I hate when it does this.
The manager
Murphy?
definitely
What do you think?
Both.
Yeah?
Because they're getting along much better, the players, with Dusty Baker and Daniel Murphy. He's out to, people are saying he wasn't worth that kind of money. Well, he's out to prove it.
Yeah.
And
He's
proven
pissed
it.
off, man.
He's
He's
pissed off.
like the
People
angry
are saying
bee
that
in the
he
hive.
didn't deserve that kind of money, and he's proven that he's
He'll
worth
sting your
every
ass,
penny.
that Murphy.
What are you looking at me for?
He's
I'm
an
listening.
angry. We want some like background shit, man. Run that board, man. Put up some like do the D'Angelo. Shut the shut the fuck.
Oh,
Shut
wait a
up.
minute. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do have that up.
Yeah.
Did
Bring it up.
Did you guys see Adam Wainwright threw his first complete game since he came back from his injury? 3-hitter.
That's not bad.
I mean,
What
he
was his injury?
So stick a fucking sock in it, you cow!
There you go.
He had I believe he had Tommy John, not last year, but it was a couple of years ago. He had Tommy John, and last year it was
Yeah,
the
by the
Achilles.
way, not for nothing, but who hasn't had Tommy John? I just had Tommy John. Everyone and their mother has Tommy John surgery, man. Jesus Christ.
What is that, like
Tommy John. Tommy John.
What is it?
It's
It's
a
this-
hemorrhoid getting lanced
Oh,
off your
it's-
ass.
It's your ligament in your elbow, and in order to heal
Same
it faster,
thing.
they take the muscle out of your other arm and put it into this one. That way it heals
So
faster.
it's the millennials version of carpal tunnel,
I guess
basically. Okay.
I just talked to my aunt the other day. She just had it. I mean, everyone has it.
All right. So Boston is only 2 out.
Yeah.
so. For now.
I'm glad it didn't say 2.5 because I would have thrown the computer. But
They're on a
2 out.
5-game win streak.
Yeah, they're Boston's a good team,
Actually,
man.
they're only.
They're playing the Yankees again. What today? This afternoon, Robbie? What's
Tonight.
Tonight. Oh, the
Yep.
ESPN. That ESPN game is getting so played out,
No,
man. So everyone's
Boston
sick
plays
of it.
the Yankees tonight at 7.
Yeah, on ESPN. Sunday Night Baseball. Oh, Sunday Night Baseball.
8 o'clock.
Yankees, Red Sox, big rivalry.
8 o'clock.
Get real, man. That's old. Yankees going to get their asses kicked
Well, they're
again.
two of the most popular baseball franchises in the MLB. Of course, it's been a big rivalry. And
Probably gets big ratings,
if
huh?
you're a big baseball fan like us, I mean, people are going to watch it.
All right, so Bob says he loves golf. Put the picture on a time clock. When I was a teen, I remember watching a doubleheader that took 6 hours, including a half-hour break between games.
Then that's not bad at all.
Yeah,
That's not bad at all. And
6
secondly,
hours, Travis?
for 2 games. For 2 games.
mean, if
Why'd
you-
you say for the second
No.
game then?
Because you
Nah.
sit at a dentist for 6 hours.
Yo,
If you didn't want to watch, then why'd you go?
No, he was at. I could listen. I said at the stadium.
exactly.
It's interesting.
To
At
get drunk, can I just tell you?
at
And eat
the
hot dogs.
stadium, it's
I could get
interesting.
drunk at home.
And
I think a lot of the problem is with the baseball on TV. It's the commercials and the breaks in between.
And secondly, as a pitcher, you cannot put a pitcher on a clock because
No
if you get a
way.
guy, if you get a guy on first base and you say you
How about a
say-
shot clock?
No, listen,
That's
he's
low.
explaining. He's
if,
explaining.
as a pitcher with a guy on first base, if you have a 30-second time clock, for me, you want to throw off the runner's timing. If you don't throw off
Absolutely.
you don't throw off the runner's timing, he's going to take off. He gets the same jump. He knows what you're going to do.
Right.
So I come to a set and I just hold it. I'll hold it for 30 seconds. I'll hold it for a minute. I don't care how long I hold it as long as I'm throwing him off. So if the clock gets down to like 3 seconds, he already knows what I'm going to do. If the clock comes down to 1, I got to go to the play.
All right, you're right.
Otherwise-
You're right.
You're kidding, right? That's just a
He's
dumb
right.
idea.
No, it is not.
No, he's
Oh.
right. You're wrong, man. I mean, Come on.
Listen, I'm going by what Bob said.
T-Man knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, T-Man's coming into his own. And
T-Back.
And Robbie, he's on his way to ESPN. So these guys won't be here much longer.